Oh yeah, I know. I got it on Monday. I mean, Friday. No, I andaba. Tú andabas en fancy.
Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and check what y'all have done so far. So if we get your attention up here please.
She took it away. Great.
Okay. So we're gonna have a little a quick review of what y'all just learned. It's the Xbox method. So this is the X and Xbox, right? So what did y'all do first, just initially? Yeah, you figured out common factors, right? Like in this example, what was the common factor?
Common factor was 2.
2, right? Did everybody see how we got 2 up there?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the second step?
Put the ACX word in the top part of
Combine both of them.
Alright. Don't read up the board. Anyway, so where on this was the ACX squared?
At the very top.
Very top, right? Is that negative 30?
Yes.
So what's step 3?
Put BX at the bottom part of X.
You put the BX in the bottom, right? So in this case, what was BX? Negative 13, alright. So then, once you have your top and your bottom, what do you do?
Find the common two numbers.
Find both numbers and we multiply them
Guys,
equally.
how do you say that again?
Numbers that multiply to negative 30, and when you add them.
Excellent. Y'all, everybody hear that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, find the 2 numbers that multiply to give you that, add to give you the bottom. So now that you've got these factors, you go to the next part, which is the box, the next box. You have your trinomial, which is the original. Everyone know what a trinomial is?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the x squared minus x minus some number. And so basically, you take your first term, you put it in here, right? Last term, put it in here. So what do y'all do for step 2 then?
There's an O.
We put both of the numbers that we just found on the Xbox
Always growing.
method.
Alright, Romeo, say that again?
We put both numbers that we just found on the Xbox method in any one of those locations.
Right. You take the numbers that you got for your left and your right side, and you put them in here. Does it matter what order they go in?
No.
Really? Right. So once you've done this, what do you do after you have all your terms in your boxes?
You find the common.
Find the common factor. Right. So you go just like diagonal? Where you?
First vertically.
Yeah. So you use the columns and then the rows, right? Does everybody follow me?
Yeah.
Good over here? Cool. So after you've done that, you factored out your columns and your rows, what do you do to finish the problem?
Just combine whatever you get on top of the one we got.
Excellent. So you'll have 2 numbers up here, like we did on this one down here. We have our 2 numbers, right?
Yes.
You have that, and then you just combine them. But what do you do before you finish?
You add 2, or you
You multiply your 2, right? Because originally, before you started, you factored it out at the top. You got to put that back in, or else it's incomplete. All right, guys. So we're going to go over a couple of the questions that were on your worksheet. All right. So everybody we're going to do a couple of them. So I'll raise some space on the board for y'all. So who wants to do this first question? Romeo? All right. Why don't you come up here, right on the board. Everybody give Romeo your undivided attention, please.
Brian, keep it in English, please.
Thank you.
Okay, so.
Go ahead and walk us through what you did then.
Okay. So, first I found my variables for A, B, and C, and A was 1, X, and B was 9, and then C was 18. And then I did what you said, where I had to find out both numbers that when I multiply them, A or C at the very top, which is 18x squared. At the very bottom, when you add them up, you get 9.
Does everybody see what you've done so far?
You got that.
Go ahead.
And so both numbers that I found out were 6 and 3, that when I multiply them, they give me 18, and when I add them, they give me 9. And
So then, what'd you do over here?
after this, I went to the box method, which I just plugged in my A, and right here I put my C, and here I put the numbers that I found on the X method, and then I did the fully functional, and I ended up with X at top, A at the right, X and 6, and I just combined them, and I got X plus 3 equals X plus. Combined them, and I got X plus 3 times X plus 6.
Alright, very good, Romeo. Thank you very much. Alright, so who wants to do this one? The little reverse question that we had on there. Anybody? I'll pick someone at random. How about Pablo? You want to come do that one? You can bring your partner over there.
You can bring your partner and bring
What do y'all have it? Wrong? Well, how about y'all come up and try it, and then we can help y'all figure out what you did where you went astray.
Pablo!
Alright, Pablo, go home and walk us through what you have done there. Alright, everybody hear him?
No.
Alright, so pay attention. So, go ahead, Pablo.
I multiply 2x times 2x, getting me 4x squared. And then I did all that. And it equals 4x squared minus 12x plus 8.
Could you give us a little better description on all of that?
Good, Jonathan.
Multiply 2 times 2x to get me negative 4x. And I multiplied negative 2x times 2 to get me 8. And then I did 2x times negative 2 and 8. And it gave me negative 8x.
Alright, thank you very much, guys. Have a good round of applause. So does anybody have any questions on what they've done there? No? Everybody's good? Alright, we're going to skip a few of these questions y'all done. Did anybody get to the challenge problem? Yeah, at the very end. Okay, we'll do... How about, does anyone want to come solve this one? This, the third one?
That one's pretty easy.
Go ahead. Well, let's see if someone else can come do one. Eric, you want to come try one? Anybody else? I'll follow somebody. Eric, come get a shot. I'll help you out. Yeah, take your partner.
Go, Carlos.
what was the first thing Miss Ortega did whenever she gave us this original problem up here? Okay, so is there any common factors between these two? Right, okay. Well, there is. What, can you name the one? There's one that's a common factor of everything.
What?
Run, right, but you don't need to factor it out because it's one. So, what would you do first then? So she gave you that a squared plus bx plus c, right? So what would be a, b, and c on this question?
X.
A,
Close. Do you need to bring the x with you when you're doing, because you're looking for just the numbers, right?
so A is squared, so 25.
X squared.
A is, it's the constant that's being multiplied by x squared. So what's x squared being multiplied by?
1.
1, right? So a is what?
1.
There you go. Alright, and then what is the 25? Which letter would that be?
B.
Look at the
C.
C. B is 0.
C. There you go. Why is it C and not B?
Because there's no B.
Because there's no B. Why is there no B?
Because it's missing the middle part.
There you go. So as y'all can see, there's the A, the B, and the C. The significance is what they're being multiplied by. So ax squared is the one that's being multiplied, is the number that's being multiplied by x squared. Bx, the number that's being multiplied by x, and c is just the plain number by itself, right? So since there's no value that's being multiplied by x, you just have b, right?
Yes.
Alright, so what did you do with the top and bottom here on the x?
Put A here.
A by itself, or a,
Times
C.
6.
there you go. So go ahead and put that up there.
So 1 times 25.
25.
There you go. So what would that number just be?
25.
Yeah. And then what did you put for the bottom part of the x?
C.
That's B.
B, that's
B,
B.
right?
There's B, but it's not
Yeah.
B.
There's no b, so what would you put there?
0.
There you go. So then what do you do with your sides?
You find what gives you when you multiply them 25, you add them 0.
Okay. Is it just 25, or is there another thing you should,
25 here.
Negative 2.
No, man.
negative 25, right?
So I'll be positive 5 and
And
negative 5.
Yeah, Angel. Brian, right?
Hey,
Are we moving name tags on us?
hey.
Everybody make sure that they have their name tag in front of them. I don't want to call someone by the wrong name. But anyway, so
Not my name.
as Brian said, he used positive 5 and negative 5, right? So why does positive 5 and negative 5 work?
manual. Put manual.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what order, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why does negative 5 and positive 5 work though?
Why is negative 5 here?
No, why do they work like those two numbers?
Because negative 5 plus 5 is 0. And negative 5 times 5 is negative 5.
Yes. Alright, so then what was the next part of the Xbox method?
The box.
Alright. So what goes in the top left box?
Negative 25.
Negative 25? Okay, let's go back to the little notes here. What goes, so you can use this as kind of like a cheat sheet, I guess. What goes up in the top left corner?
First
Alright, so what's the first term of that trinomial?
A times C.
I mean, the binomial that's supposed to be a trinomial.
X squared.
Yes, x squared. One. Right, because it's the first term of your, what would be a trinomial if you had a b. And then, so what goes to the,
Negative 25.
yes, there you go.
Horse, yeah, like that.
Then what do you put in those other two boxes?
Negative 5 and 5.
Yes, times what though? Yeah, negative 5 and 5 times x, yeah. Does everybody see, does everybody understand why we multiply them by x? Everybody got that?
I put
Does anybody want me to say it again?
No, you tell us
You want to tell us why? Okay. The reason you have the x's here is because whenever this is like the answer for the box method y'all did, right? Whenever so you have these, all you gotta do is combine your like terms, and you combine the negative 5x and the 5x, you get 0. So you need the x's because when you factor it out to get your original two numbers, it's if you don't have the x's to factor out, you won't have your x's in your answer. See? So go ahead and what y'all do after you put them on this. The box.
X and -5 up here.
Yeah, yx and -5 though.
This common factor is to this x.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Does everybody see how x and -5 are the common factors up there?
Yes.
and then
And what y'all put on the sides?
these sides do the same thing. X
Plus 5.
plus 5.
Yeah. Why is it plus 5 though?
Oh, because this is positive 5.
There you go. Okay. So now that you have your factors around the box, what do y'all do to finish it off? Alright, thank you, Eric and Carlos. So now that we reviewed this a bit, we're going to do another activity that involves factoring that's kind of a bit more of a game to help y'all do some practice. So I'm going to pass out these worksheets here. And just go ahead and look at it while passing out everybody else's. Y'all go ahead and I'll give you all a chunk. Pass it back.